Hello. The video today is gonna a bit different, and I'm featuring the IS-2 the Soviet Tier 6 premium heavy tank. The game in the background of course is just normal Tier 6 game, with somewhat a lot of medium tanks, something that will heavily in favor of this tank right here. Moving on, this tank has 1550 HP, which is somewhat one of the highest HP pool in Tier 6, only losing to VK100 01P, which mean that you are having more HP pool than all other Soviet heavies in the same tier. The armor is somewhat very effective. You have around 200 to 220 millimeters of effective armor, which unless the enemy loads go, you are pretty much more of being a mobile fortress. However, the turret armor trolls you more often with sometimes you either bounce or get penned if unlucky. The gun is somewhat mediocre, 122 millimeters, just like all Soviet heavies with some exception. You have a base reload of 12 seconds which is somewhat rather not that terrible. However, your base penetration is 195 millimeters which is somewhat lackluster when other fully upgraded tanks have around 220 millimeters or more, which means that if you are caught in a long range combat, you are gonna lose. The premium pen is very good, 240 millimeters of penetration, but just like all Soviet tanks, your base dispersion is 0.41. Combine this with 3 seconds of aiming time, your gun handling is terrible. Your turret rotating speed is 24 degrees per second with 5 degrees of gun depression, and as you see there, even though I bounce on that T-44 I still manage to hit the IS-5 in the back for some reasons, and since there are too many enemies for me to handle, I just decided to back up. Your speed is decent, 32 kilometers per hour and 14 on reverse. Your power to weight ratio is only 11.98, which is very fast. Combined with this armor that means that you can move back and force to bait the enemy shot, and for some reason we are already down to 13, 15, which honestly I don't care much since there are a lot of Soviet tanks here, which mean that this thing can start to show its power. The enemy team is being too busy shooting my team on the top there. I can just pump out these 390 Alpha shells into the enemy team, and of course, with the aforementioned Soviet gun handling, the RNG decided to hit the track instead, and I'm actually surprised that T-44 hits my 20mm driver viewport there, and of course another bounce and my team made the T-44 just keep blocking me in the back, which is just daily potato in this game. I mean, you can still find these kind of potatoes in any tier in this game. And luckily there, we managed to hit that T-44 and secure our second kill in this game. And the enemy team, well, they still focusing on our team up there, so I just wait until the round is loaded, and I tracked that IS-5. However, the game is a bit becoming a lose as the enemy team has already reached our cap and we only have 2 TDs and 1 light tank to defend the cap. So we have to finish this flank before our line in the back is gone and getting encircled and lose. Also, I want to talk a bit about side scraping. Basically, side scraping is applied to any tank that have the turret mounted in the back, and in this case for the IS-2, you can position yourself in a place that allows you to hide your lower plate and only showing your side armor and turret. And for this tank there are still the weak spot for the turret and weak angled upper plate, which allows the enemy to be able to pen if they have enough penetration. And surprisingly the enemy team is pushing to us now, so I just back up, and the IS-5, well, he realized that he just overextended and reload another shell into his side plate, and we got our third kill. And the other IS-5, he is panicking cause he know I can one-shot him, and he managed to hit my turret cheeks, and we trade back with another blow. Now since there are only 3 medium tanks left and I know they will have difficulties in penetrating me, so I push in and keep dealing damage, and looks like our team in spawn still managed to hold back, but still I'm gonna go there and help out my team as I know their HP might be low at this point, and because I installed turbo in this thing, it allows me to reach 38 kilometers and going to our cap as fast as possible. And our team, they just killed the low, but our HP is quite low, and we only have the T-28, the Ferinand and the Type 60 to left, and then I saw their IS-2 with full HP, and I know as this point, if we lose the fight there, we lose the game, and we just lost our Ferdinand, so I decided to load a PCR, so that I can fight the IS-2 and the T-28 more reliable. Our T-28 is being flanked by their IS-2, and he go down at any time, but he still managed to put a round into the IS-2 while the Type just put another round into the T-28, which gives me more the chance to win this brawl. And with our T-28 gone, the enemy team starting to push into our cap, and I just wait until the IS-2 present itself to me. Sometimes, you don't need to hunt the enemy team, you just wait until they come to you. I put a round to the IS's side armor and I start to back up, while keep angling my armor, and the IS is like, well, that guy's angling, so that I can't pen him, and I'm taking these damage, so he disengaged, but then he rushed to me again. So I track him, and with that limited Soviet gun depression, he misses out. So I just wait until the round is loaded, and I load another round into his lower plate while keep angling the IS-2. He only hits my gun, and I just wait, as I know that by the time gun is loaded, my gun is also finished repairing. So I just keep moving back and forth while angling. The T-28 is now also just going to the cap and a light tank. He just ran away as he knows it would be suicidal to rush it, and the T-28 managed to put a round to my angle plate while he again just damaged my gun. So I instant repair, unfortunately I missed, so I reverse while bouncing shot from the T-28. And with that bounce from that IS, and he weirdly showed his side plate, I put an end to it, and I got my valiant meal, and I start to focus on the T-28. And the T-28, well, he's panicking as both of him and the IS couldn't take me down, and started backing up, and I still waiting for my gun to load, and the T-28 for some reason has exposed his side armor, and I put a round to him. The T-28, just like all other potatoes that I know, decided to rush in and die, knowing that it will be hard to hit that cupola, so I aim at the lower plate. Luckily with RNG on my side, I pen him, and at this point it just one more round for me to end this game, so I rush in, but then I realized that I'm too slow to go around him, so I stop and manage to bounce another shot, and with that final shot, the game ends, and we wins on kills. 5,000 damage. To be honest, even myself didn't think that I could farm that much of damage. 6 kills with a Valiant Medal and the strongest warrior for 40% combined damage and tanking. 94k silver with 2.6k XP, team score wise. 1408 base XP, and that is not like the amount that not you can get every game. And now back to our main thing. Is this tank worth the $12 worth of gold for this? To be honest, I do think this is an excellent tank for its price, and since we have 2 Soviet heavy line, this allows you to train both crew for both tree more effectively, while still earning a lot of silvers. Well then, let's continue to the crew skills. Crew skills for standard, I run for this following: repairs for everyone. After that, train your crew with view range for commander, quick turn for driver, turret stability for gunner, and shell control for loader. After that you drop for reactive training and repairs. As for the third skill, you train the exact same thing again equipment wise. You chose vent, ammo rack for better DPM, and turbo for better speed. Thanks for watching, comrade. If you like this video, subscribe and comment down below, or watch some other video. As for now, thank you and fuck off.